Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. Tyson Fury has fronted the media 2 weeks out from his showdown with a WBC champion Deontay Wilder in Los Angeles, dropping his thoughts on a wide range of topics, from how the event would do in the UK, he thinks it would do big time ticket sales, why he's now brought Freddie Roach in to work with him, be in the corner, and his thoughts on Deontay Wilder, the man, the fighter. And of course, he's dropped his view on sluggish ticket sales, because that has come up. So we're going to go through the best of his statements from that media call and drop some thoughts along the way. Plus, in regards to ticket sales, the official Staples Center website, it is now selling tickets in the upper bowl, which it previously had not been. That had been reserved for ticket resellers. So we'll get to that too. There's a bit to get through, so let's crack into it. Buckle in. Let's go. Starting with the addition of Freddie Roach and how that will benefit Fury.
Yeah, we're training in Freddie's team now in Hollywood at the Wild Card. Very good to have Freddie's experience around, giving us good pointers, and he's a very nice guy. So I thought I'd invite him to be a part of the team, and he can give us some good experience in the corner. You know, it's always good to have a wise head in the corner, and it's going to be to my advantage. Whatever Freddie wants to do, he can do. Freddie's his own man. Whatever he wants to do, he'll do in the corner. I'm sure he will.
The last part, that was in response to a question on what would Roach add on the night, being in the corner. And I do like the addition of Roach to the camp, to the corner. He's going to add, his experience. He's got a wealth of it. He's trained some high-profile fighters, had success. He will act as a trusted advisor to the relatively inexperienced Ben Davison. But make no mistake, Davison, he will be the one calling the shots. I've got no doubt of that. And there has been stories that have emerged that Davison, he was the one who invited Roach in. And I do think it's a good move on his part. And seemingly what's sort of triggered it all behind it, it would appear to be what the Sun has reported on, with John Fury reportedly not allowed to enter the United States after failing to obtain a visa. Well, this is what the paper reports. It goes on to talk of his bitter disappointment and that he knows all the tricks of the trade, and he could have helped Tyson by making sure that Wilder's camp did not try anything. All the rest of the family will be there, including Tyson's brother, but he has to stay home, so that is the paper quoting some source. I'm sure this is going to be a blow for Tyson Fury, for John Fury, obviously very close. He's at the fights, he's a part of the wider team. But having Roach in the corner, that will certainly, being a cool and experienced head, that's going to soften the blow to some extent. Fury, he again clarified in this media call, because it came up, why is he now training at sea level as opposed to being at Big Bear?
We always planned to move. Big Bear was altitude training. We had 3.5 weeks in Big Bear. It was very good. I loved every minute of it. But we moved down to sea level to train for the fight.
And in terms of how effective his altitude training has been, and he obviously says he can go 12 rounds easy, all that sort of stuff right now, but where his fitness is at, where his conditioning is really at, it's a bit of a wait and see until fight night. We just don't really know how he's going to hold up in a fight over 12 rounds with a guy that is looking to really throw some heavy shots his way. Plus, it's a big stage, big event. How is he going to hold up? We just won't know. But I'm sure he will have, had benefit from being up at Big Bear. So I do think it was a very good move that he has trained at altitude for this camp to improve his fitness. A question was asked of Fury in relation to, can the winner of this fight be considered the best in the division? And he gave an interesting, and it was quite a measured answer here.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what people will always have an opinion on who's better and who isn't. So it's really unimportant to me what people think, who's the best or whatever. The most important thing is that they all fight each other and give the boxing fans of our era something to talk about. It'd be a crying sin to not fight each other and all get in the mix. It's going to be an exciting time. It's an exciting time. Whether who's the best, we'll all find out when we all fight each other.
And certainly a bit of a round robin. That will be something that fans will want to see, to really know who's the best of the generation. Because right now we've got Fury, Joshua, Wilder, they're all racking up different milestones, etc. But it's all conjecture on who beats who. until they're actually in the ring together. We don't know who's the best until they face each other, and certainly that's what we do want to see as boxing fans. And hopefully we do see these fights get made down the line, although I think, all them facing each other in the next couple of years, it may be wishful thinking, and if it does happen, perhaps, some of them may be past prime when those final fights do happen. I just have that sinking feeling about the sort of trio of fighters here. Ticket sales, it's clearly been an issue that's cropped up during the build-up, with thousands of tickets still remaining. Part of the situation has been blamed on prices being jacked up early on when interest in tickets was high. And Fury, he was asked what he thought of the situation.
I'm sure I'll have as many fans as Deontay Wilder at the fight, but let's just say if this fight would have been in Manchester or anywhere in the UK, it would have sold the stadium out, would have sold 75,000 tickets. But, they did want it to be here, and I'm happy that it is here because it gets me on the road again. I'm becoming a proper road warrior now, fighting different people's countries and taking championships off champions in their own country. So I've become accustomed to it. But make no mistake, if this would have been in Manchester, we could have had this at Old Trafford and it would have sold 75,000 tickets.
I do agree with the Fury in part. He sort of deflected a little bit on the situation with the LA situation, but he turned it round to if the fight was in the UK, it probably would have sold tens of thousands of tickets and perhaps filled a stadium. But which size of stadium? I guess that's the real question people will debate on. Fury believes it could have done 75,000 tickets, and certainly a very bold claim. I mean, possible. I think that is possible. In my mind, I was thinking 50 to 60,000, but I mean, who really knows? I mean, it's all finger in the air stuff, really. And as we've seen, how you price the tickets, where you have it, who is on the undercard, these are all factors that sort of, make the event, a success or not. Some of these things can come down to a bit of a wire, you're on one side or the other, and if you push too hard, as we've seen with some of these ticket prices getting jacked up, it can have a negative effect. But I do believe that the Staples Centre, it is going to fill up more than it is right now come fight night. There are predictions that there will be a late rush on tickets in the final few days. But if we see what's available here, let's have a look at what's actually available as of today. We're in the middle of November. So the sections in blue here, so this is the Staples Centre official map, represents where tickets are available, where they can be purchased. But note, most of the upper bowl is not on general sale from the official site. Ticket resellers, they are selling various sections right now. But if you look at both sides of the upper bowl, different sections on either side, they have now been released for sale. This is new. So tickets from $129. Previously, it was everything but the upper bowl. It was the lower stuff that was on sale on the official ticket map for the Staples Centre. So more seats are progressively being released for this fight. But clearly, if we go around the seating map, so we dig in here a little bit, there's tickets galore all over the place. Some areas are more heavily sold than others. It's certainly going to be interesting to see what they're going to do to try shift more tickets in the final few weeks in the lead up to this fight. Not long now. Okay, so the next couple of clips here, I'm going to play back to back. There'll be the final clips. One is Fury talking about how he views Wilder, and the other, him about taking and giving punches in the fight, because he expects, well, he can't avoid it.
He only has a fight till he does what he does, and, as a threat, I hope he can bring his biggest threat that he's got. I don't know about the horrible things I've said about Wilder. I don't know what that is, but as a person, as a fighter, he's not getting the world champion, so he's done his job, and congratulations to him for it. But make no mistake, I can box for 12 rounds on my chosen man's round, but at some point or the other, he's going to hit me and I'm going to hit him. So it'll be a 20-foot boxing ring, so it's not that big for two fighters to fight. At some point, you're going to have to stand and trade. And when that point comes, I'm very confident that I can withstand his power and knock him out in return. I have got the ability to see danger before it happens, which is a very good blessing. So like you say, I've been looking to avoid them, but knockout punches and land mine. Boxing is about hitting your opponent, not taking any in return. That's how I look at boxing. I don't look at boxing like I'm going to hit you in the face and you're going to hit me back. Because then I'd be a fool. Because at heavyweight, you don't want to be taking big punches to the head because it may cause brain damage sooner or later. And that's not something that I want to occur. My business is to get out of the way of them punches and just hit in.
I'll just briefly touch on that second clip there. So certainly fans are questioning what is going to happen in this fight, because if Fury can last the distance, he probably wins on points. But how much action will there be in this fight? How much success will Deontay Wilder have? Can Fury take Wilder's power when he does connect? Sorry, there's a lawnmower that's just started up nearby. I'm interested to see that myself. For the most part, I do expect to see Fury seeing some of these shots coming. He'll be able to ride some of them, that sort of thing. You know, Fury is pretty good at that stuff. But if Wilder can hit clean, that's when it's going to get real. Really real. So we will see how good Tyson Fury's chin is. What did you make of Fury's statements? Is having Freddie Roach in the corner, is this a good move? It's obviously late in the game, but is it a good move? How much influence will Roach have on this camp? How do you view ticket sales? Especially Fury's claim, if they held this fight in the United Kingdom, you know, obviously that hasn't happened, that it would do 75,000 tickets. Is that real, or is that just fantasy? Because he can say that now because the fight hasn't been held in the United Kingdom. And do you expect Fury to stand and trade with Wilder at times? He says he will have to at points. Do you believe him? Or is he going to be on his bike all night? Drop a comment, loud and often. Hit like, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.